So, carrying on the theme of top 10 vids, I quite enjoyed doing the 2 top 10 videos I did over Christmas. So I am going to film some more, just on an ad hoc basis, maybe once a month. Do a top 10s. So it seems kind of this is the first video that I'm doing of 2012. It seems apt that I should do a top 10 games that I'm looking forward to this year. Now I've compiled my top 10, some big games in here. Not all of them are definitely confirmed for 2012. I must warn you, but you know it would be great if these did come out in 2012. So I'll without further ado, I'll do my top 10, and I've actually ranked them. I ranked them pretty much in order, but any of these top 10 I'm quite happy are going to be released this year. So we have got number 10, The Darkness 2. Very, very underrated game was the original. I really liked it. Once you got past kind of like the not boring first 2 levels, but kind of like they introduced you to the game itself, and you know how you play the game, how you use the darkness. Once you got into kind of like when you jump around between the realms, and you go to World War I, and you go into like demon realms and all sorts, and you get a little bit more into why the character's the character that he is. It's a cool game, and it's so cheap to pick up. You can pick it up brand new for a £5. I've seen it for a £5. So the sequel I'm looking forward to even more, because you're going to get to use the kind of like the monsters, the darkness more. I thought that the use of that, in the first person shooter was amazing. The fact that you've got to kind of like create areas of shadow so that the darkness that you actually control powers up. I thought it was a really nice touch, and the way that they were implemented was really nice as well. Really gory animations, which it has to be said, it's like the sequel looks even darker than the original. So really looking forward to that. That's out in February, and I've ordered the limited edition, which I don't think you get very much more in it than the standard edition, except for you get a load of downloadable content. And there are some places that are selling the limited as the same price as the normal if you pre-order it. So really happy to get that. Number 9 is Catherine. Now I realise it's been out everywhere for apart from PAL regions for months and months, and in fact it's like my local Granger Games, you can even pick up the import on the PS3. But that's another one that's out on February 10th. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of money that month. I've picked up this UK limited edition, which they've just announced within the last few weeks, and you get kind of like a load of crap with it. You get basically it's a little bit stripped down version of the American limited edition which had like art books and all sorts. I think you get a T-shirt in it that it's a replica of the T-shirt that the main character wears, and it's going to be suitably ridiculous, which is always good. So I pre-ordered that on the PS3. I think it's called like the Stray Cats or the Stray Dog or something like that. This edition, something like that. Forgot to say, The Darkness 2, I'm getting that on the 360, first person shoot 360. Catherine, I've got the PS3 version ordered. It was only like £5 more than the standard edition. What did I order it for? I think it was Shop 2 I ordered it from, because Amazon are charging quite a lot for it in comparison to everywhere else. It seems strange. Right then, but yeah, Catherine 2 just looks completely mad, completely just really Japanese. It looks really kind of oddball and just kind of a bit seedy, and just looks fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Right, this is rumoured for an autumn release. Going by Halo 3, it might slip, and it's Halo 4. huge game for me. Huge game for a lot of people. I'm sure it's gonna break some records next autumn or whenever it's released. Yeah, the Return of the Master Chief. It's his story that I kind of quite find interesting. Bit wary because they need to shake things up. I loved Halo 3. It's my favourite Halo game, but after playing the dropship one, I can't remember what it's called now. Oh god, can't remember. Halo, whatever it was called, and Reach. I love Reach, don't get me wrong, but the formula's starting to get a bit samey. It needs shaking up a little bit, which I hope they do. But it's that continuation of that of the Master Chief stories that is the bit that's kind of like the bit that's drawing me to this game. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's the first game was the first game I got on the Xbox. It was my first kind of indication of what the next gen could do, basically. Or what PC gaming could do. I never was a PC gamer, and that for me was an eye opener. Number 7 is another game that could be this year, might not be, might be. Grand Theft Auto 5. The release date on this is TBA. I suspect it will be the year after this year, but I'm remaining hopeful. Fingers crossed. Because that would go. I'm just thinking about it. It'll go up against the next. Probably it'll be out in. It'll be October, November if it does come out this year. It'll be going up against. It'll be going up against Halo 4 potentially. Be going up against the new Call of Duty game. They generally come out around about November. So. Yeah, they might bump it, but it's Grand Theft. What more can I say? It looks very similar to San Andreas, which is a good thing. Cause in my opinion, it's the best one in the series. If it comes out this year, it's basically sales-wise, it'll kill everything else, even the Halo 4 and Call of Duty possibly as well. In fact, I think it will. It'll be huge, but from what I've seen, there's a return of planes, which will be cool. It looks brighter. It looks a lot bigger than Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm hoping there's going to be loads more interactive stuff to do in it. Which, yeah, GTA 4 kind of there's loads to do in it. Don't get me wrong, but there doesn't seem to be as much to do as there was in San Andreas. Good technical demo, good kind of like indication of where Grand Theft's going, and I absolutely love GTA 4. I'm not criticising it at all, but GTA 5 promises to be even more. So I'm really looking forward to that. Number 6 is one that could have been right up at the top, to be honest. BioShock Infinite. Huge fan of the series. Love the original 360. I think the sequel's brilliant too. The sequel gets kind of mixed reviews, but I played that quite a bit online and multiplayer as well, and they've created a fantastic multiplayer experience, something pretty original, set in the BioShock universe. BioShock Infinite, you got Ken Levine back. It looks really original. I mean, there is some magic there. It looks similar but different. I kind of like the look of the real system, and it looks like Utopia gone mad again. So I'm really looking forward to that. Number 5, another game that's out in February. Soul Calibur 5. Out of all the kind of like beat 'em ups that came out this generation, Soul Calibur 4 is probably the one that I've played the most. Absolutely love it. Best one in the series. and I love the series as well. 5 looks impressive. Maybe not the graphical leap that everyone were expecting, but it's Soul Calibur. It looks like they're doing loads of different stuff with it. Loads of new characters coming in. The online's always been pretty goddamn good as well. I'm just very excited about it. A really nice limited edition as well. Just, you know, you get absolutely loads of it, and I'm really looking forward to Soul Calibur 5. Number 4, Ninja Gaiden 3. Again, huge fan of the series. Love the second one. I like the first one even more. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden, the original one's in my top 10 games of all time. I love the kind of the fact that it's completely hardcore. It's uncompromising is the word to use. I don't think the sequel, the second was as hard as the original, but it had its it's not for the faint-hearted, definitely not. But Ryu Hayabasa is a fantastic character, and I just love my slash 'em ups, and this look promising to be good. It certainly looks very gory, which you kind of like, yeah, which you kind of need in the series really. So I'm hoping it's going to be kind of quite slick like the original. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Right, the next game's it's a kind of new release. It's the only shoot 'em up that's on the list. There's a few shoot 'em ups that have been announced for this year already, but this is kind of like the first kind of game that's got a physical release really, and it's Under Defeat limited edition. Huge fan of the original Dreamcast game. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. G-Rev have already kind of like, you know, previewed the extras that it's gonna have. It's going to have a bit of a free roaming mode where I suppose it's almost going to play like one of the striker games where you're flying around in your helicopter and you can kind of move the helicopter in any direction. Always impressed with the DC version with the explosions on the game. It looks absolutely stunning. I know I saw someone talk about the Dreamcast version the other day, saying that even though it's like it was late on in the Dreamcast life, it didn't look that great, and I was just like thinking, are you mad? It looks absolutely, it looks stunning. The explosions on it still kind of blow me away because they are kind of like really well animated. But yeah, it's coming out on the PS3, which is a huge surprise. Physical release on the PS3. It's going to be standard and limited editions. We've been promised kind of like HD mode as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. In the limited edition, I think you get the soundtrack and you get a Super Player DVD. I'm going to be buying the limited edition on the 360, just because it's a 360 shoot 'em up. That's my format. Which is not. It's not going to be. It's unfortunate it's a Japanese release, and it's not going to be region free either. So if you want to play the game, go for the PS3 version because you'll be able to play it, no problem on a UK console. That's pre-ordered. I got my pre-order in quite quickly. The price of the game seems to have gone up in the meantime, but there are limited editions still out there to order. There doesn't seem to be a shortage of those, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's good when G-Rev release stuff on a physical format. I want to support them because they're one of the few Japanese companies that seem to be still pretty active when it comes to shoot 'em ups. I know Milestone are still around. Triangle Service is still around after a fashion. They're not released out for a while. Treasure seems to have kind of disappeared at the moment after completing Radiant Silver Gun. So it's G-Rev that is still around and still getting stuff out there. If we support this, they'll release new games. So I'm not getting preachy with you. I'm not, but that's my reasoning behind buying it. Is that, you know, apart from obviously I want to play it on the 360, so looking forward to that one. So number 2 is Metal Gear Solid Rising, and it's called Revengeance. Apparently, I don't know if that's a development name, whether it's going to be the final name, but I've seen some mock-up box art that's basically got the full Revengeance name on there. There was a demo released towards the end of last year, which showed some gameplay, and it looked stunning. Slow motion kills in it. The fact that you're Raiden and you're the ninja, and I presume you're going to find out how he became the ninja, because I believe it's the story in between what happened to Raiden in between Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4, I think. But the fact that you can, you know, it seems like you can cut any object in half. It looks like a bit of a slash 'em up as well, which again, which I said with Ninja Gaiden 3 is my favourite kind of series. It's set in the Metal Gear Solid universe. Hopefully it won't slip again. But that looks amazing, and I'm really looking forward to playing that. Hopefully we'll get some kind of special edition as well. And but yeah, last game on the list, number 1, Mass Effect 3. In my top 10 games of all time. I want to, you know, get to the end of Commander Shepard's story, see what happens. I love the second one. The second one is one of my favourite games. Just that kind of the fact that it's a whole kind of universe that's being created. So much research gone into, well, so much kind of creativity gone into in each individual character. Another one that's got limited edition. It's the N7 Collector's Edition. It's a game exclusive in the UK, so it's going to be one of those. I learnt my lesson with the second one actually. I got the N97 version of Mass Effect 2 after it was released, and it was a right bugger to get hold of. Kept its price well, still kept its price. So I'm getting the 360 N97 version of Mass Effect 3 from day one, just so I know I've got it. Yeah, I don't want to have to go through trying to get hold of it again at a decent price. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the series. It's the game that I've been looking forward to for probably the longest time. Since I finished the second one, I wanted to get onto the third one. Lots of lovely downloadable content, I should imagine, as well. The extra stories that came out for Mass Effect 2 were brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really excited about that one. And yeah, as per usual on this channel, I'll with any of those kind of special editions when they arrive, I'll be doing an unboxing. So we'll have a look at them together, shall we? This was quite a tricky list to pull together because there's quite a lot of good games out this year. It's going to be another pretty amazing year for releases. You've also got the Wii U coming out. The first games that I've seen of that out in that system seem to be kind of versions of games that are coming out on the 360 and the PS3. It's a system I'm not interested in it like I was with the Wii from day one, to be honest. Rumours that there's the kind of like, once the dust settles with the Wii release, we're going to get to find out what Sony and Microsoft have got planned for the next generation. With both the PS3 and the 360 having ridiculously strong sales this year, I can't see either of them trying to kill that by announcing a new console. They might announce one, but it might not be out for a while. But we'll have to see, won't we? I'm very excited about that. We've also got the PSP Vita coming out as well, which I think looks brilliant. I'm gonna love being able to play kind of like something like Uncharted or Resistance on a console with 2 thumbsticks that will actually work properly. On a handheld console, sorry, with 2 sticks, it's going to work properly. Bit pissed off about the memory card thing. which everyone kind of knows about, don't they, really? Yeah, the proprietary memory cards that are going to cost a fucking fortune, if you excuse my French. Yeah, it's just shit, Sony, you know what I mean? When you can buy a 16 gig SD card for less than a tenner, it's just insane, the pricing that you've got on those. But anyway, that's by the by. What else? There's Stormwind is out as well, probably around about March time. Looking forward to that as well. Another DC shooter this year. Yeah, there's also a DC run and gun out called Gunlord, which looks brilliant also. So the DC's got 2 games out next year, definitely. That's good news. I wouldn't be surprised if if NG dev team aren't working on another game in the background. But we'll see. We'll see what gets announced. So I'm very, very excited about gaming this year. With that, there was another game that nearly made it in the top 10, and that was Prey 2. Loved the original. Took me a while to get into it, but that nearly made it into the list also. There'll be some interesting announcements this year, I should think, of with game franchises. But yeah, another year, another great batch of games. So with that, I'll close this video, and yeah, looking forward to 2012, as I've said numerous times. So thank you for watching, and it is all about the spine cards.